Today, we bring you life-changing advice from renowned urologist Dr. Mira Tan, a woman with over 30 years of experience studying men's health. She has seen what destroys men and what transforms them. These are things men rarely know, but absolutely need to hear. Most men walk through life believing their bodies are tougher than they actually are. They push through pain, dismiss early warning signs, and assume that problems only come with old age. But Dr. Mira Tan says the decline for most men begins much earlier, often in their late 20s and early 30s, and almost always goes unnoticed. She explains that men are conditioned to hide discomfort, especially when it involves anything related to their urinary or reproductive health. A slight burning sensation? They drink more water. Difficulty maintaining energy? They blame work. Low motivation? They blame stress. Waking up at night to urinate? They think it's normal. What starts as minor symptoms slowly becomes a lifestyle. And by the time a man realizes something is wrong, the damage is already significant. Dr. Tan says the biggest mistake men make is thinking that problems related to urology are embarrassing. In her career, she has seen hundreds of men arrive only when an issue has reached its peak. But the truth is, early symptoms are incredibly treatable. When ignored, the same symptoms can lead to kidney damage, chronic infections, prostate enlargement, and severe hormonal imbalance. One thing she emphasizes is that every part of a man's health is connected. Low hydration affects kidney function. Poor sleep affects hormone levels. High stress affects bladder control. Diet affects everything from prostate health to libido. Men treat these areas separately, but the body does not. Dr. Tan believes that if men understood how early intervention changes their entire future, they would take action immediately. According to her, the body whispers before it screams. These whispers include decreased morning energy, subtle lower back pain, reduced urine flow, frequent bathroom trips, sudden shifts in mood or motivation, recurring groin or pelvic tightness difficulty, maintaining focus. Men often chalk these up to age, workload, or lack of sleep, but these are medical clues. She urges men to stop thinking of urology as something only older men deal with. In reality, many issues begin in youth and simply grow with time. Her message is clear. If you feel different, your body is telling you something. Don't wait until it becomes a problem you can no longer ignore. Dr. Mira Tan has watched countless men transform their lives simply by paying attention to early signs. She says prevention isn't just medical, it's strategic self-respect. And the men who listen early? They age stronger, stay active longer, and enjoy far healthier relationships. According to Dr. Mira Tan, most men unknowingly follow 3 daily habits that slowly damage their urinary, prostate, and hormonal health. These habits seem harmless, but over years, they accumulate into significant problems. The first one, she says, is chronic dehydration. Men drink coffee, tea, energy drinks, and sodas, but very little actual water. This forces the kidneys to work harder, thickens urine, and increases the risk of infections and stones. She explains that even mild dehydration can reduce testosterone and cause fatigue. The second destructive habit is holding the urge to urinate. Many men avoid public restrooms or delay bathroom breaks during work, sports, or travel. Dr. Tan warns that this stretches the bladder, weakens its muscles, and increases pressure on the prostate. Over time, this leads to difficulty starting urination, dribbling, frequent nighttime urination, and even infections. The third habit, often the most damaging, is ignoring stress. Men treat stress like a normal part of life, but Dr. Tan insists that stress affects the urinary system more than most people realize. Stress increases adrenaline and cortisol, tightening pelvic muscles and interrupting hormone production. This can lead to urinary urgency, erectile issues, poor sleep, and mood swings. Stress literally rewires a man's body if left unchecked. She emphasizes that the combination of these habits silently creates a chain reaction. Dehydration thickens urine, making it harder for the bladder to empty. Delaying bathroom breaks stretches the muscles, making the bladder less efficient. Stress tightens the pelvic floor, creating pressure and tension. Together, they form the perfect environment for chronic problems. But Dr. Mira Tan doesn't just warn, she offers solutions. She advises men to drink water consistently throughout the day, not just in big gulps. She recommends establishing a routine: urinate every 2 to 3 hours to maintain bladder elasticity. She encourages men to practice deep breathing, meditation, or simple stretching to reduce pelvic tension. Her final piece of advice is powerful. Your health does not collapse overnight. It collapses slowly, quietly, because you didn't listen. Start listening now. This chapter sets the foundation for understanding why men face so many avoidable health issues. But in the next chapter, Dr. Tan shares what men can do to rebuild their bodies and reclaim the strength they thought they lost. Dr. Mira Tan believes that restoring men's health doesn't require expensive treatments or complicated routines. Instead, she outlines a few simple yet powerful practices that every man can incorporate into his daily life. These practices not only improve urinary and prostate health, but also strengthen overall vitality. Her first recommendation is consistent movement. She explains that sitting for long hours compresses pelvic nerves, reduces blood circulation, and weakens core muscles, all of which contribute to bladder issues, erectile dysfunction, and low energy. She encourages men to stand or walk every hour, even for a few minutes. Gentle pelvic stretches, hip openers, and core strengthening exercises dramatically improve circulation and hormonal balance. Second, she advises men to adopt what she calls smart nutrition for men's health. This doesn't mean dieting. It means choosing foods that reduce inflammation and support kidney and prostate function. She recommends berries, leafy greens, tomatoes, pumpkin seeds, nuts, citrus, and plenty of whole grains. She warns against excessive red meat, processed foods, and high-sodium meals. According to her, the prostate thrives on anti-inflammatory nutrients, not heavy, greasy foods that burden the system. The third practice is rethinking hydration timing. Many men drink water only when they feel thirsty, but Dr. Tan explains that thirst is a late sign of dehydration. She encourages men to drink a glass of water upon waking, one mid-morning, one mid-afternoon, and one early evening. This supports kidney filtration and prevents nighttime bathroom trips. Fourth, she highlights the importance of good sleep, calling it nature's treatment for men. During sleep, testosterone rises, cells repair, and hormones reset. Poor sleep disrupts the entire system. She advises men to set consistent sleep times, minimize screen exposure before bed, and avoid heavy meals at night. Fifth, she stresses the role of regular medical checkups. She wants men to understand that checking their prostate, kidneys, and urinary tract is an act of strength, not weakness. Early detection saves lives. Annual examinations can catch problems long before symptoms appear. Finally, she encourages men to reflect on their lifestyle and ask themselves, am I maintaining my body or draining it? She believes that men don't need to become health experts, they only need to become consistent. These small steps, when repeated daily, rebuild the body from the inside out. As an older woman with decades of medical experience, Dr. Mira Tan offers men a rare kind of emotional wisdom that blends compassion with truth. She believes that many men struggle not because their bodies are weak, but because they carry emotional burdens alone. She starts by saying, men think asking for help makes them less masculine. In reality, hiding your pain is what weakens you. She has seen men who look physically strong but are silently fighting stress, insecurity, and exhaustion. These emotions manifest in the body through tension, disrupted hormones, low drive, and chronic fatigue. Dr. Tan encourages men to build emotional resilience by acknowledging their struggles instead of suppressing them. She emphasizes the importance of communication, talking to a partner, a friend, or even a therapist. She explains that emotional pressure increases physical pressure in the pelvic region, affecting bladder and sexual health. She also highlights the value of self-respect. Many men spend years prioritizing work, finances, and responsibilities while neglecting their own well-being. She says, you can't pour from an empty cup. When you take care of your health, you become a better partner, father, friend, and leader. Another piece of wisdom she shares is the importance of slowing down. Modern life makes men think that constant action equals success. But Dr. Tan insists that rest, reflection, and emotional balance are just as important. She encourages men to take breaks, enjoy quiet moments, and allow themselves to heal. Finally, she closes with a message that has changed countless lives. A strong man is not the one who ignores his body. A strong man is the one who listens, learns, and chooses to take control of his health. This advice, coming from someone who has spent her life helping men reclaim their strength, is both powerful and transformative.